Evolution is an astonishing force of nature, and through all of its infinite possibilities, it's given us some of the most breathtaking creatures that this planet has ever seen. Heck, just take hundreds of millions of years, a boatload of trial and error, dip it into a primordial soup, and who knows, you'll probably get a few invisible animals somewhere down the line. From see-through spiders to translucent toads, here's 15 transparent animals you didn't know existed.
They are, in fact, the only vertebrates on the planet that lack hemoglobin. How is this possible?
Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Missing Files, and click the notification bell for the best daily videos. Leptocephali. All right, for our first entry into this astonishing creatures were so far removed from their adult form that they were initially considered to be an entirely new species. The icefish. Sure, the icefish may sound like it's something straight out of a fantasy novel, but the truth behind this terrifying translucent species is much stranger than fiction. Sometimes known as the crocodile icefish, down to the unique shape and length of their distinctive snout, they're most commonly known as white-blooded fish, down to the fact that they lack red blood cells and hemoglobin. Their unique blood carries much less oxygen than that of regular red-blooded fish. And so the icefish have larger hearts and blood vessels to circulate a greater volume of blood, giving them their distinctive translucent appearance. Discovered back in 1928 by a biologist in the Antarctic, the icefish initially baffled scientists with its scalelessness and eerily pale body, as white as snow in some parts and virtually translucent in others. Now, after extensive research, biologists have confirmed that the Antarctic icefishes are the only vertebrates that lack both red blood cells and hemoglobin, down to their remarkable adaptation to the Antarctic's freezing and oxygen-rich waters. It poses the question, are the icefish just the tip of the iceberg? What other translucent marine oddities will be found beneath the frozen ocean? What other impossible creatures have evolved to survive without blood? Sea angels. Sea angels? It's got a pretty mythical ring to it, right? Well, certainly the incredible appearance of these astonishing creatures may have seemed pretty unbelievable back in the day. Imagine if you were an 18th century sailor that happened to haul one of these things into your net. Then it may have seemed like a creature from a strange new world. Believe it or not, but sea angels, scientifically known as Gymnosomata, are a large group of incredibly small, swimming sea slugs, perhaps the furthest you could get from the winged messengers of heaven that their name portrays. Sea angels are gelatinous and mostly transparent animals and are endemic to pretty much every oceanic habitat on the planet, although the bulk of these species favor the waters of the Pacific. Although they may not look like the most threatening of creatures, sea angels are purely carnivorous, feeding only on their natural-born enemies, the sea butterfly, otherwise known as Picosomata. Their hunting strategies are variable. Some of them are ambush predators that sit and wait for their prey, while others actively pursue their prey like some terrifying see-through alien. Yeah, sea angels, everybody. They're far from blessed beings. Transparent jumping spider. Okay, arachnophobes beware, because if you've got a crippling fear of spiders, particularly the variety that chooses to swiftly jump at you from all angles, then you probably wouldn't have seen this one coming. Yeah, sorry about that image. Look out! The truth is that there are hundreds of different species of jumping spiders, an entire breed of arachnid acrobats that perform daredevil leaps through the air in an effort to consume their prey. And while few of them are transparent, the ones that are have a terrifying advantage. Jumping spiders are a group of spiders that constitute the family Salticidae, and as of 2019, there have been over 6,000 individual varieties discovered by biologists, making it the largest family of all spiders, contributing towards 13% of the entire species, out of all species of arachnid on the planet. Jumping spiders have possibly the best vision and use it in courtship, navigation, and hunting. As a rule, all jumping spiders have 4 pairs of eyes, giving them their distinctive, almost cute appearance. And, well, although scientists aren't exactly sure why, some of them are born with the distinct advantage of being entirely transparent, being able to disappear into their environment with relative ease, as if these little creative critters weren't already devious enough. Tortoise beetles. Speaking of bizarre varieties of insects, let's turn our attention towards one of the strangest creatures in the animal kingdom, the tortoise beetle. Resembling the appearance of a tiny turtle on the surface and often distinguished by its colorful or translucent carapace, the tortoise beetle can take many forms, some of which are bright and brilliant and others that are invisible. In fact, while it's considered to be one of the rarest attributes in the animal kingdom, this creature is remarkably attuned to having a translucent or transparent body. One of the most distinctive features of the tortoise beetle is their domed carapace, which is actually a combination of the insect's hard hind wings and their pronotum, the plate which protectively covers their thorax. Some of them, such as the clavate tortoise beetle of the eastern and southern United States, have a translucent carapace with an opaque pattern within it. Others are built more solidly and vividly colored with combinations of spots, stripes, and metallic hues, resembling more of an ombre pattern. Its color-changing properties appear to be due to the strange movement of fluid contained within the cuticle, which is also believed to cause the invisible appearance in many other varieties of tortoise beetle. Studying these incredible insects is considered to be one of the final frontiers in the animal kingdom, and the increasingly frequent new discoveries that have been made are staggering. The glass frog. Alright, if you came for transparent animals, then the mind-boggling varieties of glass frog will certainly deliver on that promise. First discovered in Ecuador back in 1872, the glass frog is often confused with the cloud forest tree frog, an incredible and brightly colored amphibian native to the jungles of South America, and whose natural habitat relies on the subtropical or tropical most forest and rivers of the region, hence being referred to as a cloud forest. Sure, these animals share an ecosystem, and at first glance, these animals are remarkably similar. But if you take a look under the hood of the glass frog, there's a whole world of mind-blowing difference. From the bottom down, these animals are almost entirely transparent. The truth is, hundreds of varieties of these animals are still being discovered, and as of 2020, 14 separate species have been recorded with having distinctively transparent skin, with hundreds more waiting to be found. One of the most remarkable species of glass frog was discovered in the Peruvian Andes and was distinguished by its crystal clear green bones, as well as the fact that its beating heart and other body organs were visible with X-ray detail. While their classification is often considered to be a work in progress, the fact that these transparent animals even exist is amazing in its own right. Transparent sea cucumber. The ocean is certainly a weird and wonderful place, and the unbelievable creatures that have recently been discovered at the bottom of the ocean floor have redefined what we think we know about the deep blue sea. Sea cucumbers are among the strangest species of animal that have ever floated throughout the mysterious murky blue, but this variety is even weirder than that. Behold, the transparent sea cucumber. First discovered back in 2009, this devilish-looking creature was found by researchers that were surveying for new marine life in the Gulf of Mexico, and its habitat was over 9,000 feet deep, over 1.5 miles beneath the ocean. While regular sea cucumbers tend to crawl at the bottom of the ocean bed, this transparent variety swims along the seafloor, utilizing its distinctive tentacles in the process. As it makes its way at its grueling 1/2 inch per minute, it feeds on the plankton and detritus found on the seafloor, and because it's transparent, researchers were even able to capture footage of food digesting through the creature's stomach system. Incredibly, every year, almost 2,000 marine species newly discovered by science are found lurking deep beneath the ocean waves, many of which have been hiding in plain sight. Most of these previously undiscovered creatures likely remain in the least explored habitats of the marine world. So who knows what other transparent oddities we'll actually discover? Glasswing